Welcome to Real Life English with Nick. Today I'm going to do a special mukbang episode and we're going to learn English while we eat. So I've got here some Korean food. So I've got cooked rice cup. Look at that, that looks very yummy. So it's essentially just, easy cooked tteokbokki, instant tteokbokki. So that's pretty exciting. And I've got this one, which is black bean noodles. So that looks pretty yummy. I've never tried that. And what I'm also going to do is put some cheese, melted cheese on my tteokbokki. So I can't wait. So welcome to Real Life English with Nick, where I teach you practical real English. And we're going to have a fun episode while eating. Let's go. Okay, first up, all this stuff needs to be cooked. I'm not going to cook it in front of you, so let's do the magic of YouTube. Okay, look at that. So I'm ready to go. Oh, it's so much easier to cook in YouTube world. It's instant. But that was still pretty quick. So these are my black bean noodles. Look at that. Whoa. And this one's really interesting.
Just give me.
Oh, look at that. Wow. That looks really spicy. Really spicy, that one. Incredible. Okay, so that it came with this little fork, which I thought was pretty funny because I don't think we can eat that with a fork. I've got the chopsticks, that's a bit better. So for this episode, I wanted to talk a bit about English. Let's see how this tastes. So, let's dig in. And you might not have heard of that phrase, but let's dig in means let's eat. So other cultures would say bon appetit or something like this. Or I think in Japanese it's itekatimasu or something. Itetakimasu or something like this. But in Australia it's let's dig in. That's pretty good. It's quite hot. And when I say hot, it's actually quite spicy because in English you can actually say either. So hot can have various meanings. Hot can be really, it can be very hot as in burning you. It's straight out of the oven or straight off the stove, and that can be really hot. But also it can be really spicy. And Korean food is very spicy. That's very yummy, very yummy. Delicious. So there's a lot of words you can use to when something's very, very yummy. It's tasty, delicious, but then you can get a bit more complicated words like scrumptious. That one's very hot in terms of spicy. This one's very hot in terms of burning. So that's a classic example. You can both use hot in a completely different way. Another phrase you can use before when you decide you want to eat is let's grab a bite to eat. So it doesn't mean physically grabbing something or anything like that, but it's just a phrase that people use, a slang word. So let's go grab a bite to eat. And you'd say that to your friend and then, you both go off and eat something. But when you grab a bite to eat, that's yummy. It usually means takeout. It usually means going out to get something. I really like this one. It's really yummy. Some more things to learn. I'm going to have more of this tteokbokki. Do you know what this tteokbokki needs? Is melted cheese. So, power of YouTube, please give me melted cheese. That's yummy. So another thing to be careful with is making slurping sounds in public. Like that. because you'll get quite a lot of dirty looks from your fellow foodies around you eating, because it's considered quite rude to do that in Australia. People don't like it, so just be a bit careful of that. I know in a lot of cultures it's absolutely fine. Yum. I can't decide which one I like better. I think I like the tteokbokki better. This one's a bit more messier. Yummy. Another thing is the drinking culture in Australia. The drinking and food culture. They're usually quite separated. So when friends are out eating, they might have a pint of beer with the food, but they never really do the opposite. They never have food with the alcohol. They maybe have a little bit of alcohol with the food, but not food with the alcohol. In terms of when they go out drinking, having a lot of drinks, they'll order beer after beer after beer without really thinking about, well, I should be eating now? Not really. And even I know, like in a lot of Western movies, they show, you know, people have things with like some peanuts and stuff. It doesn't really happen here. Because what they do instead, which is really quite bad for your health, is they'll drink heaps, and then when the night is over, boom, they'll go to a kebab shop or some kind of fast food place, Macca's, which is McDonald's here, and they will just eat something really big and greasy, but they won't really eat during the drinking. Which is another reason why when you see people drunk walking around in Melbourne, they can seem quite drunk sometimes. Another thing about food here is you'll find they don't really like spicy food here so much in Australia. So if you're really into spicy food, you probably have to go to more traditional restaurants like Korean restaurants or maybe Indian restaurants that can sell really spicy food. Because Australians seem to really like their Thai food. They really like Italian food. Mexican food is really popular here. Recently, Korean food and Japanese food is getting a bit more popular, but it's not the typical food you'd find there that locals would eat. Like for Korean food, here in Australia, you'll mainly find people having either Korean barbecue or Korean fried chicken. You won't see Aussies eating tteokbokki. In fact, I'm not sure if I've ever seen it here. This is so yum. I wish you guys could taste this. It's so good. I'm getting there. You know, I never used to like rice cakes. But then when I started having them, I got addicted. Very yummy. Another term you'll hear people say when they're eating, in terms of describing food, is they'll say something is very rich. And they're not talking that it's very expensive or something. What they mean is that, and you might not know this word, something is very decadent. And what that means pretty much, it's just very flavoursome. It's full of flavour. A lot of times when someone's saying something's really rich, they often refer to foods like cake, chocolate cake, something like this. It's quite often regarding dessert. But I would also say something like tteokbokki's got a very rich flavour. Very chewy. So if you guys have any questions, leave it down below of any English related question, whether it be what kind of food do Australians love the most. It's very filling. So another way of saying that you're really full, and what a lot of English speaking natives say, is that they're stuffed. I'm just so stuffed, so full. And when they're really hungry, oh, I dropped him. When they're really hungry, sometimes they'll use certain sayings like, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. And of course, people don't eat horse here. And it's an odd saying, but I guess it's because a horse is so big, so you're so hungry you could just eat a horse. I love melted cheese with tteokbokki, so yummy. We're getting there, guys. Have you guys ever tried this one? It's so yummy. I love it. This one's getting pretty done too. So we'll try to do these mukbangs together once a week. I'm thinking Monday maybe? Monday mukbangs, how does that sound? What's your favourite food in your country? I'm wondering. In Melbourne, I would say typically Aussies love palmers, which is like chips or fries, and then with a chicken schnitzel, some sauce, Napoli sauce, and some melted cheese. It's very yummy. And that's very popular here. Also burgers as well. Melbourne people love their burgers. I always find it very difficult to get the noodles at the end. Oh, I'm almost done. Let us know in the comments down below what you want me to talk about on these mukbangs. What's another English lesson you guys really want to learn? Because this channel is really about everyday situations. So really getting into the practical side of learning English. You know, when you first come here, what do you need to know? How do you need to speak in certain important situations that every new traveller coming down here will need to do? For instance, getting a shared house, or going to the bank to get a bank card. That's a last tteokbokki. Look at that. You know, surprisingly, I thought it was going to be spicy, but it started off a bit spicy, but it really wasn't that spicy. So for people who don't like spicy Korean food and they want to try tteokbokki, try this one because it's actually not that spicy. But if you really love your spicy food, maybe Maybe don't go that one. Let's see if I can finish this one off. Oh, just scoop it out. That's how you got to do it at the end. I know in some cultures it's considered rude to lift the plate. In Australia, I don't think people care so much. I think what they more care about, if you're doing in public, is slurping or smacking. Making those kind of sounds. They'll be like, oh, you're eating like an animal. So I think that's probably the one thing to kind of watch out for. I'm done. That was yummy. I need more food though. Next time I'm going to have some more food laid out in front of me. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I hope you learned some food English here today and had some fun eating with me. It was really fun doing the mukbang. I still want to keep eating every little bit. Okay. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Real English with Nick. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. And look at all the bears behind me too. So Henry's been actually filming, so maybe we can get some shots of me on this side as well too, if he pressed record, which he usually doesn't. Hopefully he remembered. Okay, bye guys. See ya.